So a lot of reactions obviously are vulnerable to moisture in the air. You don't want water getting in. That's why we flame dry them. So, but when you have like a reaction with a solid compound that you as the reactant, so for a brief moment you're still gonna have to open it, right, and then dump it, and then immediately close it, and then you can degas, which is just fine. My problem was if it's a weird viscous liquid. So wouldn't I have to dissolve that in solvent first, and then I would transfer it, and then I'd have to rotovap it. So it just feels like the flame dry didn't happen. So I was confused on how to work with that.
Okay, that is a good question. And
Yeah.
I can explain you.
Okay,
And,
sure.
I can show you how you can do that things. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see on the board.
All right.
So you see this vial, right?
Yes.
And this vial, it has a special kind of rubber septa, like you can poke through. So take your amount of the compound which you want to add in your reaction flask, like a round bottom flask.
Yeah.
So first take that sticky compound here. Okay. Now how you can transfer it, like so.
sorry,
From you,
cus-
yes.
Is this already flame dried in your example?
No, you don't need to do the flame dry.
Oh,
Just,
we don't. Okay, sure.
What I'm going to say,
Okay.
suppose you have compound in another vial or something, okay?
Yeah.
And then you need, like suppose you have here like 500 milligram, okay? Now you need 100 milligram, like to add in your compound as a viscous. So what I do, if this compound is soluble in DCM, so I will add 5 milliliter of the DCM in this vial,
Right.
make the solution. So what does it mean? That means per milliliter will be 100 milligram per milliliter, like roughly.
Roughly.
Okay, because 500 milligram in 5 milliliter, so 100 milligram in 1 milliliter. Now if you need 200 milligram to add in your reaction, so take 2 ml that solution, okay?
Right.
2 ml that solution in a new vial. In a new vial, okay? And then do the rotovap and also dry under vacuum pump. Make it ready and measure it. Like if it is like 200 milligram, you get it. But if it is little less, then probably you have to add little couple of drops and do it again. So yeah, it is like sometimes tiresome, but it's
The best way.
to do that. So get the 200 milligram here.
Correct.
Okay, now once you get your compound in a vial, like dried, okay, dried 200 milligram. Now in your reaction setup, like round bottom flask, you have this and you have the rubber septa, okay? So make sure that it is your starting material. And what is the solvent you are going to use? Suppose you are going to use THF, like tetrahydrofuran, okay? So in that case, your vial also has this rubber septa, okay? So close this one once this compound is dry, like 200, suppose 200 milligram is here, like this is the 200 milligram.
Right.
And then from the sealed bottle of the THF, take with the syringe that solvent and insert through the rubber septa, add there, and dissolve that compound there, okay? And then while the rubber septa is on still, then take the take the solution directly with the syringe again and add there. And suppose for this reaction you need like 10 ml THF for total, okay? For your setuping reaction 10 ml, but you have 200 milligram. Do not use all 10 ml
Oh, yeah.
solvent here. So first take 1 ml, add to this vial, dissolve that compound and take that 1 ml solution there, and to rinse it out and also your syringe, then with another syringe take another 1 ml here, rinse it, make it, and take it out and put it there. So like total you added 2 ml, and the remaining amount you can directly add in the flask. So this is the easiest way to transfer your viscous liquid compound, like by dissolving in a vial with the septa, and take it quickly as soon as possible. Like keep those things closer and just take it out with the syringe and add it in the reaction flask.
Whatever I just have described, you can see in my channel, my previous video, bog protection video. So you can see like how I am using the viscous dissolving in the vial with this solvent THF, and then I'm rinsing out the compound and I'm transferring that required amount of my amine compound in the reaction flask. So here I'm just giving you a little bit sample from that video, but if you're interested to watch that video, you can just go to my channel and look for the amine bog protection video. Then you can see the whole details, how to transfer or like how to add your viscous sticky compound from the vial to the reaction flask. And I think Matt also have seen that process while I was doing, so he got the answer. So I hope it will also help many of you. Thank you for watching.
All right. So in this case, your solvent was obviously in this case anhydrous,
Yeah.
and that flask was already flame dried.
Yes.
So you're saying it doesn't matter if the vial wasn't flame dried.
No.
It doesn't
matter.
really.
Like if your vial is like new vial, if you use the new vial, it's fine.
I
Like
have a used one now.
yeah.
But it was in the oven.
Yeah. But it is like there is no harm to dry it, like not flame dry, or like if you heat it up
At least,
or
yeah.
keep it in the oven overnight, if it is dried, that is good.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think it will be like that much sensitive for this kind of reaction.
All right. Cool. Thanks.